Welcome back to another episode of Smooth Operator Trucking, where we create the dream one mile at a time. I wasn't going to vlog this, but everything is content, right? So I don't even know what I'm gonna title this. Maybe don't be an owner operator unless you can think outside the box. Right now I am in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. I'm supposed to be delivering a load, pick this load up in North Las Vegas on Tuesday, and I'm supposed to be delivering it tomorrow on Friday in Jefferson, Georgia. It's about a little over 1,300 miles from here, so obviously I'm not gonna make that. But what happened was, I woke up yesterday after my 10-hour break, probably now 1 o'clock. Did my pre-trip, went to go start the truck up. Truck started up just fine, and then it shut off. So I'm like, okay, what the heck happened? Started back up again, did the same thing. So engine protect activated, and so I started trying to figure out what's going on with that. Low oil pressure, signal came on, so telling me I got low oil pressure. Obviously the oil is good. As I checked the oil when I woke up doing my pre-trip. I don't see any major leaks. Not any major leaks. It's a Detroit city, so it's always leaking. So I'm thinking that it is the oil pressure sensor. Now, I called around yesterday, trying to find one. There's one about 112 miles away, and so they said they would have it here at the Napa today at 8 o'clock this morning. And so I've been trying to find a Lyft or Uber or a taxi cab to get me there, and this town is only like 3 miles long, so they don't have that. So it looks like I'm gonna have to actually walk. It's about a mile away. I think it says 0.8 miles, but about a mile away. I'm in decent shape, so it shouldn't be a problem. I was trying to get the other part off last night, and I couldn't because I need one of those. Where it's at, it's on the driver's side of the engine, kind of like in the back, and it's kind of hard to get to a little bit. I mean, just because there's not much space, and I need one of those. I don't know what it's called, but basically you use it to release the latch on the wiring part of the sensor, and then I'll put a socket over it and I'll be able to get it off. Pretty easy, but unfortunately I couldn't get to it last night. I thought I had one of those tools in my kit, but I can't find it, so I'm hoping that they'll have one there. And I removed one of my engine mounts to give myself more space, and I dropped the nut, so now I can't find that either. So hopefully they'll have the nut, they got the part, and hopefully they'll have one of those I don't know, those tools that help remove the sensor removing tools or whatever. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually record the whole repair, because I mean, right now obviously I'm frustrated, and not sure how much time I'll have, because I really need to hurry up, get this fixed, praying that fixes the problem and I can get back on the road. Because if it's not the oil pressure sensor, then that probably means that it's the actual oil pump itself, and whew, man, that's gonna be a bad day. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. All right, so been a few minutes. Tried to call, see if I can find a taxi, Uber, Lyft, no luck. The actual auto parts store, Napa, is 2 miles away. Luckily for me, the state trooper just pulled up, and I asked him if he would give me a ride, and he said yes. So we'll see what happens. Believe it or not, like most state troopers, I'm surprised he's giving me a ride, because it's not an emergency situation, since I'm not on the side of the road. But most state troopers, no matter what state it is, if it's an emergency situation, you're on the side of the road and you need something. I've been on the side of the road and needed like coolant, and I've had them come and take me to get coolant before. So they'll do things like that, especially if there aren't any other options around. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I made it to the auto parts store. Cop was nice enough to give me a ride. I asked him if I could vlog, but he wasn't comfortable with that, so I didn't vlog that. But I did find what I was looking for. Got the part here. Got the part here, and this, so it's a mini hook and pick set, so it's not really, I mean, You know, that's what I use it for, to take the latches off of the fuse, the sensors. But this is what it's called, a mini hook and pick set. So now I just need to try to find a nut, because when I was taking off my bar yesterday, I dropped the nut, and I'm never going to find it, because that's just how it works. But all right, so I got all the parts I needed. Now I am heading back to the truck. It's about a 2-mile walk. There was another truck driver in there, and I told him I'd pay for his parts that he was buying if he would give me a ride to the truck stop, but he's going in the opposite direction. So, but anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. All right, got the part that we need. Hopefully this works. We'll see. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and put on something a little more comfortable. Let's get it. All right, it's really hard to see here, but on the driver's side, Detroit 60, follow this along here. It's going to be this one right here. All right, basically I'm going to use this to try to pop off that cap and then pull it off, and I should be able to use a socket to get the rest of that off. It's going to be hard to kind of record and do this at the same time, so I'll get back with you in a second. All right, so I got the plug off. As you can see, you pull that tab right there. You have to use one of these picks here to get that off there. As you see, there's some oil in there. I did wipe that up and put that back on there and start the truck up just to see if maybe that was the issue, but still had the same issue. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull the sensor off. Gonna need a socket for that. No worries, it's a GoPro. Just trying to give you guys a good view of what it looks like in here. Some of the videos that I saw really don't give you a good view, so I'm trying to. Alright, so you see there, right here is the actual sensor. Hopefully I can get in there and get that out. All right, here's the new one. This right here is, now don't give me the line. This might not be the right size, but it's what I got. It's a 1 1/18. I actually don't think that, I mean, it fits on there, but I think this is, I don't think it's the exact. But you want to make sure it's a deep socket because it needs to get over this. All right, we're going to pull the other one off, put this one on, and see what happens. All right, so either I don't have the right socket size, or it wasn't deep enough. So would have been a mile walk, 2-mile walk back to the store to try to get a socket deep enough. I'm here at a truck stop, but they didn't have a socket set. I thought I had enough deep sockets to get the job done, but I guess I don't. So I ended up using a vice grip to rip the outer part off where the connector goes into. Hopefully now I can get in there with my socket and take it off. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up even worse than it already is. All right, so this is the old one. You see, there's oil in there. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much oil is supposed to be in there or what, but so interesting enough, I don't think the issue was that my socket wasn't deep enough. I think I was using the wrong size, and I'm kind of worried now because I'll show you guys here. This is the new one. This is the old one. Look at that size difference. I mean, the thread looks like it's the same. So, I don't know. Sometimes as these things get newer, they'll change the design a little bit or whatever. So, the fact that this one took such a big socket to come off, I guess I was kind of surprised that this one only took like a 1 1/8 or 16, something like that. But we're gonna try to put this one on and we're gonna see what happens. All right, see that hole there? That's where the sensor goes at. All right, now I'm gonna put the new one in there. All right, I got the new sensor on. The threading was a little tight. I hope I didn't strip anything out. Definitely looked a lot different than the old one. I freaking dropped my deep socket and I have no idea where it is. I got it under the truck, looked under the frame, can't find it. So now is the moment of truth. Go ahead and crank her up and see what happens. Take a sip of Gatorade just for luck. Turn the key. Let it go through all these little checks. All right, here we go. Well, as you can see, it didn't work. Well, damn. So either it's not the correct oil pressure sensor, or the oil pressure sensor wasn't the problem in the first place. And I don't know if that means the oil pump is not doing what it's supposed to do or what, but let me know in the comments what you think it is. At this point, I have no idea. Well, when it rains it pours. I mean, I changed the oil pressure sensor, that didn't work, and I can't get anybody to come out and do an oil pressure test. I guess the T8 is close by. They don't have the equipment. Yeah, I mean, nobody will play ball with me. I mean, it sucks that I broke down in the middle of nowhere. Freaking, I mean, luckily I'm at a truck stop, but I mean, there's like 2 or 3, 4 shops in the area, but I can't get any of them to play ball. And I've called another to Tumara, something like that. It's about 54 miles away, and can't get anybody there to play ball. And the place here that people recommended would do the work, I called them and they said they don't do oil pumps. Because I'm thinking, you know, if it's not the If it's not the freaking oil pressure sensor, then most likely it's the oil pump. But I mean, I'd like somebody to come out and do a oil pressure test first before I freaking pay $400 just to get it towed a mile up the road. But then God knows how much if I had to get it towed to Albuquerque or somewhere to get the work done, which is actually in the opposite direction of which way I need to go. So far in the 3 years that I've been on the road, I've had this truck, I've had issues, but I haven't had to, other than towing it to get the initial overhaul when I first got the truck, I haven't had to put this truck, I haven't had to tow this truck. So this might be one of my first times having to tow the truck. And man, I mean, just to tow it somewhere, I'm probably looking at $1,000 minimum. The part itself costs probably about $400 or $500, and then the labor on it is probably going to be another $600 to $1,000. So this is going to be a pretty expensive repair if it is just oil pump. I'm gonna do some research and see if it's something I can do myself. I mean, I don't know if I could do it right here in the Pilot parking lot. I mean, that might be a little bit beyond my mechanical skills, but man, I mean, I'm looking at what, I didn't do the math, $2,000 or $3,000, you know? Yeah. Oh man. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, let's see here. We are still broke down here in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. That sensor didn't work, and so now I'm waiting on a guy to bring the part. He's going to change the oil pump. Oh man, it's been one. I mean, first of all, this load isn't paying that great in the first place, and so the guys, he has to go to Lubbock, Texas, which is like, I don't know, like 200 miles from here, and then drive back 200 miles with the part and then put it on. The part itself is like $600 and some dollars. I'm just estimating. With he's charging $2 a mile to go get it and come back, and then I'm assuming that the per hour labor rate is starting as soon as he left to go towards start, you know, pick up the part or whatever. And so that's like 7 hours. I mean, I'm guessing it's 7 hours there and back, and then 5 hours labor for him to put it on. And then the part itself is like $600. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like right around $3,100 when this is all said and done, which is freaking crazy, man. Like, you know, you try to think outside the box and think about the best way to do things in the most efficient way. I was hoping that it was just a fuel sensor. I replaced it myself yesterday. That didn't work. Called like several shops. Nobody wanted to help me out. Finally got in touch with this guy, and he's based like 50 miles from here. But you know, so he's gonna go get the part, or he's on his way to get the part. He should be on his way back now to throw the oil pump on, and I'm hoping that fixes the problem. And then hopefully I can deliver this load Monday. It was supposed to be delivered today. Mercer was trying to come and, you know, get the load from me or whatever, or they were trying to repower it, which I can understand. But it was weird because they were saying, yeah, the guy's gonna come pick it up on Monday. I'm like, well, I should be rolling, you know, by tonight. So, but they've been pretty concerned about it, which I understand. I've been communicating with them as much as possible, but I'm getting phone calls from like 3 different people asking me what's going on. They want kind of like a, you know, a play-by-play kind of, you know, thing, whatever. And I'm just like, all right, you know, hey, I can't rush the guy, you know. He said once he gets here, he's gonna fix it, and I should be on the road by tonight. I've been up all day. I really actually probably need to take a nap and get some sleep. Right, so just waiting on the mechanic to bring the part and then put it on. Sorry, the battery died, and then we'll be on our way. But we'll see what happens. I've been up all day. I probably need to take a nap, maybe take a quick shower before I hit the road. We'll see what happens, but hopefully that fixes the problem, and hopefully it's not quite $3,100, but from everything that I'm calculating in my head, it's going to be about that. But anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. saga continues. All right, so here's the old pressure relief valve. There's the new one. You can see where that one was messed up. Now, here's the deal. This is what we originally thought it was. The old oil pump or the new oil pump. Guess what? Wrong part. And like all the dealerships are like 100, 150, 200 miles from here. And guess what? Today is Sunday, so everything's closed. Man, this can't be happening. This is crazy. Like, this is absolutely insane. All right, here we go. The saga continues. Still here in New Mexico. We got the truck running a little bit yesterday. Basically what he did was he jumped the sensor. I'll show you guys that here. Jumped the sensor by putting a fuse in there. Probably work with a paper clip also. It's intermittent. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. I haven't quite figured out what triggers it to work and what hasn't. But however, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the other sensor. Unfortunately, when he came out yesterday, he brought out the wrong sensor again. But I ordered the sensor from Freightliner directly myself and had it overnighted. So hopefully this is the correct one. Hopefully it'll work, and then I can get back on the road, scheduled to pick up a load tomorrow morning in just south of El Paso, Texas. What is it, Clint? I think it's Clint, Texas, something like that. All right, so this is finally the right part. This is the old one. This is the new one. We'll take the other one down there that's on there that's not the right one off. Throw that one on there and see what happens. Wish me luck. So, man, this is what, day 8? Today is Thursday. I got here last Wednesday. Thought I was good to go last night. Freaking booked the load that I was supposed to pick up today. And man, truck was good to go. Did a test drive, and then, you know, turned the truck off, got a little rest, got up, do my pre-trip, and then could not build any air pressure past 60. Did troubleshooting, figured out that it wasn't the compressor, it's not the governor, not the air dryer, bypassed that. There are no lines or obvious leaks. Come to find out that my turbo wastegate actuator is leaking air. And from everything that I did in the research, it was saying that those are two different systems, and one shouldn't affect the other, because one is coming off of the compressed air and one is coming off the engine. I don't know, but it definitely appears to be that the reason why I'm losing air or not able to build up air is because that thing is leaking. Because as long as the truck is off, like if I put, you know, air in the truck, like I went to a shop and had them put shop air in it, and, you know, if the truck is off, it'll hold at 120, no leaks, whatever. As soon as I start the truck up and turbo actuator is going, then it will go right down. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Overnight the part from Freightliner, should get here tomorrow. I've put one on before. The thing about it is, like, I just purchased this turbo, had this turbo put on last January. So it's like, I mean, I guess at this point maybe 2 years old, but I've replaced the turbo on this truck. That was my 3rd turbo. And it's just so frustrating because, like, you know, it's like, you don't mind replacing parts on your truck, that's a part of it, but when the part doesn't last long enough for you to get a good return on your investment, it's just really frustrating. Even with my AC's not working right now, which isn't that big of a deal because it's during the cold months, but it seems like every 3 to 4 months I'm doing something to the AC, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, enough of my soapbox. But hey, you know, the part will be here tomorrow. Like I said, I know how to do it, but it's such a pain in the butt. There's a shop I'm at right now. It's about a 2-hour job, 3 hours at max. So I'm just gonna have them do it so that way I can be done with it, it's going to be very difficult for me to find a load for tomorrow. So most likely I'll be stuck in New Mexico until Monday, and that's if I'm lucky, because I'm not going to put myself back in service until they fix the truck and I've actually test drove it with the trailer and everything, and I'm confident that I'm good to go. And by then it might be too late to find something for Monday. So most likely I'll be looking for something Monday to pick up on Tuesday. So but anyways, hey, I want to end this video here. I'm not going to do any more continuations because like I've been making this video really for like the last 7 days. But I'll send a YouTube short once I'm good. But hey, I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys learned some valuable lessons from I wouldn't even say my mistakes, but from my journey. Because every time something like this happens, it's a little different. You try to think outside the box. But in this situation, I'm just in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any access to where I can do Uber, Lyft, rent a car so that I can go get parts or whatever. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, like and subscribe. And remember, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Hard times don't last, hard truckers do. And last, but definitely not least, stay smooth, my friends.